settled on this field. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. It's Staley. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. On the run, it's Bishop. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. Front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Here's the pressure. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
The give, running right, it's Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Looking to pass, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Stumbled to the ground.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third down, here's Frazier. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Not a chance. Missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
Here we go. Ready. Wide, 3, go.
Wants to throw it. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. It's Davis. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice gain by the offense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for space. It's Bishop. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14.
Check. 80-22 ISO. 80-22 ISO. Go.
Right back to the well. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
I think there's a couple of schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Complete to start this drive. At the 35, he's got room. All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking out of bounds at the 46.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
And that is a different collision. When you're trying to hit the tight end after he catches the football, this ain't a 185-pound wide receiver. Most of these guys, 240, 250, 260, try to go low, take out those ankles. And you see a lot of times that's when they hurdle or they're used to it too, but those big, strong athletes are hard to get to the ground.
The give, running right, it's Frazier. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? Third, it's a passing situation. The defense knows that they do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes and speed and elusiveness, things he can't coach, that allows him to go pick up the first down and keep the offense on the field.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and the attempt is no good. So it'll stay 3-0 after the missed field goal.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, second miss of the day. We might not see him again.
On the ground, it's Bishop. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Reads it, fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done, though.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes the grab. Goes down immediately, but he's got plenty and a fresh set of downs here. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Running inside, it's Bishop. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Making side adjustments here. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The throw. Complete. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
3rd and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. Past the 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
They'll give to Frazier. Just steamrolling the defense. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Nate Frazier. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
They're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Motion from the wide receiver. Might be changing the route. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Wants to fire on second down. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And this defense is taking up residence in the backfield, and the crowd loves it. 3rd and long. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Swings it out to the flat. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
And defensively on 3rd down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle them, and you got to get them to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the 4th down.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to fire. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Pulls it in. It's Humphreys. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of it. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
The offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. He's got an open man. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
The Dogs are threatening on first and goal. Here's Nate Frazier. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Keeps it on the option. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Fourth and goal from the 5. The offense is still out there. This epitomizes confidence. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. And down he goes back at the 3.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that second.
Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Crosses midfield. Inside the 30. Past the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown ball. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Trying to set up the screen. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grabbed in the middle, it's Humphries. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Pressure coming. Scrambling to the left. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Hey, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Here's a heat. Trying to make something happen. Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. He's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field, but you can't let the defense know where you're going with. It's a really good timing between those two on that play.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Sends it downfield. Intercepted to stop the threat. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And holding on to the lead, the offense will simply take a knee, and that's how we will wrap up the first half. Just about set to get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Defense in press coverage. Handoff for Frazier. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Frazier again. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. It's complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, it got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And that one will give them the lead.
Yeah, and that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's passed. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. see, ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. A little screen to the running back. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Now on second down. Quarterback may change this route. They'll move the tight end. Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Staley. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Vols will have it first and 10.
Here we go, ready. 285, 285, level. Go.
Wants to throw it again, and why not? Catch in the middle, it's Davis. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And the Vols in a good spot here with second and short. The run inside, it's Bishop. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Right back to the well. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The Volunteers look to do some damage in the red zone. Quarterback making checks. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it on the run. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up first and goal.
And the Volunteers trying to cash it in on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. Pulls it on the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Runs through the tackle. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
It's Stockton. Here comes the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
On the ground with the counter. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Running inside, it's Frazier. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he's stopped, a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Now the play fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And as we head for the 4th period, both of these quarterbacks have put up some numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. It's Stockton. Under fire. Gets away to his left. He'll try it. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Amidst a den of deafening noise, he'll try to tie the game. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And man, this kicker is now 0 for 3 in this game, and you got to wonder what his confidence is like right now. He's cost his team 9 points so far.
Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. Boy, how big was that missed field goal? Would have tied the game, and now instead they've got the ball back. It's late, and they've got the lead. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Got enough for the first. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a fourth and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the fourth down.
The Vols will come to the line to convert on fourth down. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. This is a designed run. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the fourth quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
And the Vols are rolling down the field. Looking for a gap. It's Bishop. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Dumps it off in the flats. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Looking to throw again. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do it better.
Going for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Another incompletion on third down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, going to the air. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now if they knew they had held their stud down to as little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more, so they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on that.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown ball. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He tries to take the top off. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Volunteers! The defense putting points on the board.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Well, after allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that third down here on the third play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off, but that was a big one, no question.
Hard running there. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how are you guys not impressed with this defense, man? They've been so good. They've been all over the field. And they're about to make this a very one-dimensional offense. Like, the clock is ticking, right? And they're down. They got to get aggressive. Still trying to run the football. But this defense, they've been a...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really give...
Maybe some room here. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Under fire. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling.
Turning it on! What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
From the red zone, it's Bishop. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today, this one from 34 yards out. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Tennessee. A pick 6. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. On the move. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums, it is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Volunteers ready to kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. A pickup of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Hitting just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Here's the pressure. Fires to the tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Ready.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
The kick is on its way. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The offense changing the play. The run inside. It's Bishop. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense.
Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown ball.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Underwood. And that's a live ball behind the line. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical.
Might have a chance. Gets it out to the 27-yard line and they'll move the chains for a first down. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance.
Breaks into the open. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Running inside. It's Marshall. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here's Underwood to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield, you got to finish the play.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Oh, and he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. So here is the Tennessee offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. It's complete on the right side. Could not make his way to the corner.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath, like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Pick up of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Throwing, Underwood. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick 6 here in the 1st quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick 6 rattled him a little bit, and if he's out here now seeing ghosts. He's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the 1st down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They just haven't been able to get much going so far, punting it away on both possessions. Got the quick completion. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
A defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Volunteers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on third down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
They'll give it to him again. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Motion from the wideout. Looking for room. It's Bishop. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He wants to change this route. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. after the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Touchdown Volunteers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So here comes the Michigan offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you...
There he goes. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, that D tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and he was able to get that tackle for loss.
Hauls it in. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Underwood fires to the big fella. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Wolverines are marching down the field. They go play action. Bryce Underwood. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it inside the 25. A likely touchdown saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Running the red zone, it's Marshall. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
2nd and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and 4th or 3rd down and goal situation.
Touchdown, Michigan! Quick strike through the air for the score. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 2nd down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know...
It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's a big-time play by this defense. You know when it's snowing, not only is it wet, it's freezing. Your hands are cold. You can barely feel the football. So if you can get to that football, put your hand on it, or rip that thing out, a lot of times you can force some of those turnovers. Great job by the defense.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Finding open areas. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Bishop. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's Underwood to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
To the air, it's Underwood. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking downfield on first down. Now adjusting. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication. And
intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick six.
And they did tack on the extra point. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The Vols can really attack on this second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That's just an obvious face mask penalty there. No way you're getting away with it. Got to keep your composure there. And the offense says thank you very much for the bonus yardage, and it'll be first down after the personal foul penalty. Quarterback making adjustments. Little over-anxious out of the stance early, and it's a false start. And the offense will take the penalty, move the ball forward, and save the down. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Caught in the backfield. It's Bishop. Oh, he's got some space. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
After that last completion, it's second down. Looking to fire. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. The quick out. Got room at the 35. And he's finally stopped. A huge pickup on the play, and what a way to carry things into the 2-minute timeout. And the Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Bishop. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They'll try the right side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their second. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The run inside. It's Marshall. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Throwing, Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. It's Marshall. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Wolverines come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. To throw, it's Underwood. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bishop. Just keeps moving. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Some misdirection with the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Just feeds the running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. He rifles one deep to the left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. Here's the return. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Here's a little room there. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets...
And the ball's free in the backfield. And the fumble goes out of bounds, and they'll lose a few on that play.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over, and they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. 3rd down for the offense after recovering their own fumble. Throwing right. He makes a catch. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single...
Touchdown, Michigan! They fought their way all the way back, and it's a 1-possession game.
I mean, they didn't reinvent football in this drive. That was really impressive, watching them just go down the field methodically, running the football a bunch, and finally punching it in. David, we saw the turnovers throwing the ball in the first half. They decided just to come out here in the second half now and just get back to the basics, and it really paid off for them.
I'm about to say, it's more of a necessity, right? Like, this offense wasn't really good through the air. What do they do best? Pound the football. And it's not like we're not getting movement up front. This offensive line is doing a good job. And if they want to get back in this football game, You got to like the start right here in the second half. Like early in the second half, showing that you are physical and that you can still run the football even though you're trailing.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And the Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll take it on the return. Makes a move. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Using his legs, it's Marshall.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Underwood on the play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Got his man downfield. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Going to the run, it's Marshall. Maybe a crease. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Wolverines! Somehow, they got up off the deck, and they got back in the game, and they're all tied up. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. And the ball send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They're going to ride this running back.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. A designed run for the quarterback. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
180, raise call. 180, raise call.
Underwood. Bringing the heat. At the 35, he's loose. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The inside handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. Now on the option. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
He'll sneak it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red snoop. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Wolverines! Great job by the back on the option.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He might want another play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle, it's Staley. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Second down, they'll go to the air. Right down the middle. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
They boot it away. Wants to return it. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, though.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Shows him the stiff arm. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Here's Underwood to throw. Looking left. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Finds his tight end. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looks as if he's going to run it. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
He came flying up from his free safety position and stopped him well short. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's 4th down. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Wants to adjust the pattern. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his man. It's Jackson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Gonna look downfield again. This time on target. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down. The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Davis. Made a defender miss. Touchdown Vols! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
He's looking to pass. He's got it. The 2-point try is good, and we are tied here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll send the back in motion. Play action with Underwood. Finds the tight end. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. This guy fits the bill. Big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I'll tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some 1st downs.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Throwing, Underwood. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Fires to the middle. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Caught behind the line. It's Morris. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these 1st downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally and handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Running inside. It's Gordon. Turning it on. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
New running back, same result. It's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Finds us back in the middle. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Moving out to the right. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
What a costly fumble. You're in a situation where I'm almost guaranteed points or an opportunity for points to win this football game, and now you're going to be begging for your defense to somehow hold on, make a big play, come and bail you out for fumbling that football.
Right down the middle. Touchdown, Michigan. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads it left. He's got it. Breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. The Vols come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Might be changing the route. Now from inside the red zone. Got the back over the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Bakes the grab on the left. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Got to have a touchdown right here, and this will be the final play of regulation. They'll go to the air. Big guy smells it. Stopped short of the marker. And they stop with his defense, and they get the ball back. They'll mark him down, but that's a loss on the completion. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. They'll give it to the back. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Inside the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 30. He's at the 20. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.